Hi, in this video we are going to answer a SQL intermediate question. So to do that we need to head to sqlpractice.com. This is the name of the website, sqlpractice.com. The link you can find it down below. After doing that, we need to select hospital database because we are going to work with hospital data. Then you need to click on view all questions. You need to click on the difficulty medium, and we need to select the sixth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so the question of the problem says, show the total amount of male patients and the total amount of female patients in the patients table. Display the two results in the same row. Okay, so we can take a look at the table itself. Here is information about patients inside a hospital. And if I just select, or I can query all the table by clicking on this green arrow, and you can see the data inside the table. If we want some hints, we can scroll down and select expected output, so you can see what the output should look like at the end. So we can see that there is a male count, female count, and some numbers. So if I click on get hint again, I can get some solution keywords. So these are the keywords I can use to query. And if I click on get hint again, I can get a solution portion or a portion of the solution. So you can see here some SQL code I can use, but I just recommend doing this if you don't know how to approach or if you are stuck. But try to do it by yourself. You can pause the video and do it by yourself. If you are stuck or you don't know how to continue, we can do it together and you can compare it with yours. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, we need to understand the question. So I'm going to read the question again. Show the total amount of male patients and the total amount of female patients in the female table. Display the two results in the same row. Okay, so to understand the question, I need to split in different sections to approach each aspect or each problem step by step. So for example, here it says show the total amount of male patients. Okay, I can begin by doing that. So to show the total amount of male patients, I do that by doing an account statement. So I will count, select, I'll use the count function, select count everything from the patients table where, and I need to find information about male patients. So I need to find out which patients are males. So how I'm going to find that information? So I can see here that we have a gender column, and you can see only has one character. It can be either M or F. You can see here M for masculine and F for feminine, or M for male and F for female. So I can say where gender equals M. If I run this, I can get a count of the male patients. And if we see the expected output, we see that is the same number. So we are doing it correctly so far, but we are not done yet. But I also need to do the same for female, because also it's requiring us to show the total amount of female patients. So if I run this and instead if I type F instead of M, when gender equals, Yeah, if I do that, I can get the female count. So you can see it's the same as the expected output. But here it says display the two results in the same row. So that's the difficult part. So how are we going to do that? To do that, I can do a subquery. So what is a subquery? Is a query inside another query. And to distinguish between a query and a subquery is that the subquery is inside parentheses. So I can use this, and it's going to deliver the same results. So I can just do this. So I'm going to select this subquery from the patients table, and you can see if I run the query, it gives me the same number, the count of females. So you can see 2062, and I can give this a name, an alias, for example, like female count, and I have my female count column. And I can also, I need to do the same for the male count. So I just put a comma, and I'll do the same now outside parentheses, but for males. So I'm going to type count everything from patients where gender equals M. I delete this, and if I give an alias here again as male count, so I'm going to do this so that it is, so you can understand it better. So what I'm doing here, I'm just selecting this. I have this subquery, so this subquery gives me this column, but I'm also selecting another column, and that's also the count of the patients where the gender is masculine. So if I do this and I close the query and I run it, we should have our query correct. So you can see I query, and I requested two columns. One is this one, the female count with this information, and the second one is similar but with the gender M instead of F. And you can see that here is the solution provided by the website, and here are some alternative solutions. So we could have done the same, but as you can see, there are many ways to answer the same question. So if you find this video useful, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.